I'm starting off this video by just showing you this is what the final tier list is going to look like. If you want to see why I placed each character where I did, feel free to watch the whole video, but I feel like I'm pretty confident on this tier list. I think this tier list is solid. I think this tier list is a pretty good accurate representation of what I feel like, and this tier list is based off of experience. I may or may not have played these characters. I may or may not have fought these characters. Well, I mean, no, I've fought every character, but I base this off of experience playing against them or playing with them. I did not look at kits reading this. This was all based off of my experience playing the game. And I am almost S rank. Hopefully I'll get there and I can stop getting horrible teammates. Oh my God, it feels like rocket science, this game is. But I think I have enough experience to confidently make a tier list like this. So feel free to let me know in the comments how you feel about it. And without further ado, here's the process leading up to this. Is why I placed every character where I did. I have about 30 hours on the game. I know that's not insane compared to other people. There are people that have like hundreds of hours on this game, but I think where I am, I'm climbing to S rank, although that's going awesome, of course. I think I have a good bit of experience. I have enough to make a tier list on this season. I feel like I've seen every character at least once or twice, or I guess I should say I fought every character enough times to know what I think each character will like. Where I'm comfortable. I have my tier list in mind. So we're gonna go over this. I'm literally just gonna go left to right based on the character it's giving me, and we're gonna rank them. So to start things off, Goku. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think this is an easy Z tier. I think this character is very, very good. Like, I honestly, he kind of feels like mind-numbingly good. Like his Kaioken skill, Kaioken plus Kamehameha is enough to one-shot most characters. If you have 4 snowball stacks and you Kaioken Kamehameha somebody, they are dead. It almost doesn't matter who it is. They're getting erased from existence. Like they are getting torched. So I don't even think there's much discussion needed. Also, his ult, mind you, his ult is broken. Can I just say, him and Cooler have some of the most ridiculous ults. It just covers a massive area and just you basically can't enter that field until it goes away. And at level 3, it is huge. So I think this character is a very easy Z tier. I mean, he might arguably he might arguably be the best damage dealer in the game. I don't know. I can't really confidently say there's a number 1 for each role, at least as of now, but we'll see as we go. Piccolo. All right. So Piccolo, I think some people might give me a little bit of shit for this. I personally don't feel like Piccolo is that good. I actually don't know much of what he does, but every time I've had one on my team, every time I've fought one, Piccolo has never really been like the deciding factor, or it doesn't really feel like he contributes much to the game. Maybe that's just because the player's playing him. I mean, you know, maybe this would be a bit easier to do, or a bit more, I'd have a bit more credibility if I've used every character, but I feel like I don't need to use every character to know where they are. Just like, I feel like I'm basing this off of the presence the character has on the field. If this character is on my team, how, like, I don't know how to explain this, but like, I'm basing this off of the presence they have in the game. Piccolo, I feel like doesn't usually have that much presence. Now, there have been times where he does make a difference. Like his special beam cannon is very strong, but outside of that, like, I don't really feel like I see him do much. I'm gonna put it in B. I don't feel like he's bad. Like he's not horrible. Like, okay, here, hold on. Let's put Bojack in D real quick. Bojack is like, I fought him twice and both times he gets shit on. Like, I don't know what it is about him. He just sucks ass. This might be the like worst character in the game. We're just gonna leave him at D tier just so we can have like a grasp on like these rankings. I feel like Bojack is easy D. Piccolo, I feel like he's a good middle of the road character, right? I think he's a little bit less. Like I don't think I would be happy if I saw him on my team. Well, then again, now that I think about it, like Piccolo is actually solid. I don't know, it's B or A. I might move him up to A later, but I think B, I'm comfortable putting him in B for now. Frieza first form. Okay, Frieza. So this character's a bit weird. I feel like Frieza has a pretty big impact on games because Frieza is ridiculously fast, and because of his minions, he oftentimes doesn't have to stop moving. Like most of the time when I'm fighting a Frieza, he's just zooming across the map. He's going, meow, meow, and I'm like, holy shit, I can't kill him. Like this guy in the right hands is unkillable, and I do feel like he has a lot of mobility and he brings a lot of support to fights, I feel like, and a lot of the times he actually prevents me from getting an objective. Now, do I feel like he's S or Z? No. I think putting him in A is a good spot for Frieza, and this is because as Frieza's kind of just annoying. That's pretty much how I see him, but other than that, he doesn't really deal damage. His ult is very good, but he just feels like he's built to take objectives, which maybe it's not a bad thing, but in a team fight situation, I would much rather have I'd rather have other technical characters over this guy. I just don't feel like Frieza is absolutely insane. Is he good though? Yes, I do feel like Frieza is good. Oh man, I already feel like I'm gonna get blasted in the comments, but you know what? I'm not doing this to be liked, okay? I'm doing this because it's my honest thoughts. All right, next up, Baby. All right, Baby, I'm just gonna slap an A as well. I think I kind of want to even put S. No, I don't know. Like, okay, so my thing with Baby, he's one of those characters where I don't know exactly what he does. However, from the times I've fought him, this guy's impact in the laning phase of the game, where it's like the very early parts of the game, this guy's impact is insane. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen someone go from 0 to 100 in health because he just exists. Like he is a ridiculous support. Like I don't know why, but this guy just provides so much support for his team. And so I think I'm comfortable putting him in A. I kind of want to move him up to S, but I'm going to see how this tier list plays out. I'm going to give my initial thoughts on the characters, and then I'm probably going to rearrange it later once I have the full tier list ready. Because I didn't go into this like knowing exactly where I was going to place each character. I just had a general understanding of what I think the list was going to look like. So I think placing him in A is fine, and we're going to leave him there. Zamasu. Okay, so this one's a bit interesting. I don't really know where to place this guy. I'm a bit conflicted because when I fight him, he doesn't seem crazy. He doesn't seem absolutely insane. However, this guy has loads of survivability. Like I'm talking, when I'm in a fight, this guy, like he just survives. He eats hits. I'm pretty sure he can like come back from like, I think if he gets KO'd, he's like endurance, basically like Legends endurance. He just revives, comes back, and is full HP. Like he has a lot of healing and survivability, but I just don't know if he's like, okay, you know, I think I'm comfortable putting him in, I haven't fought him that much. I really haven't. But at the same time, I don't feel like he's bad. But I don't know. All right, I think I'm gonna put him in B because if like Baby was on the other team, Baby usually has a bit more of an impact than he does. Again, we will see. This is not the final tier list. This is kind of a rough draft, and then we'll fix it later. I think putting Zamasu in B is fair. I think I like him over here. Maybe we'll move him up to A, but I just feel like he lives a lot, and that's kind of it. I mean, he does do some damage, but I do feel like you do have to be a bit better with this character to actually like get value out of him. Oob. Okay, Oob. I think I want to put Oob. He's good. Okay, Oob is good. I have fought Oobs that when they lock in, they are unkillable. They one-shot everybody. His ult just annihilates. I don't know exactly what it does other than it just one-taps me, it feels like. I think I'm comfortable putting Oob in A. I think I really like this because Oob just, again, I don't really know what he does, but this guy is just insane. He does so much damage. His ult it feels like it one-taps everybody. I mean, he is crazy strong in terms of damage. Now, I don't feel like he's S level just because, like, if a Super Saiyan Goku, like he's much more terrifying than Oob, right? And there's a few other characters I'm gonna put above Oob later on, but Oob is good. Oob is a good DPS. Like if I see an Oob on my team, I'm not worried. Oh, I mean, if I see an Oob on my team, I at least have some confidence that this guy will do good just because I don't know if he requires a lot of skill. Again, I don't know his kit. I probably should have read kits before doing this, but this is purely experience based. I am not reading kits. This is all experience. Oob, I'm comfortable putting it A. Krillin. Okay, Krillin, I think I'm also just gonna put easy A. I kind of want to put him in S actually. The reason being, Krillin is like Frieza in the sense where he's just really, really annoying. But for some reason, when I fight Krillins that know what they're doing, and a lot of times that is what happens, I feel like I cannot touch him. He is a rat. Like he puts down traps. He tickles you down over and over again until you finally get low enough, and then he goes in with his teammate and they will destroy you. I just don't know if he's S level, but like, I mean, I kind of want to put him in S. Well, maybe we'll put it. Holy shit! Can I stop stuttering? My God. I might put him in S later, but for now I feel like I'm comfortable putting him in A. He's super annoying. He is just so annoying, but he kills you too. Like Frieza is annoying in terms of I feel like he can take objectives pretty easily because he's so fast and has so much because you're always moving around with him. Krillin is that, but instead he just snipes you. Like he cannot tell you how many times I've been running away. He throws an ability from across the map. LeBron James dunks on my ass and I'm dead. Like this guy is annoying as hell. So but I think I'm gonna leave him in A. All right, Deborah. Ooh. I think I'm gonna put him in C. I don't think he's as bad as Bojack. However, I don't really think he does much. I think the only ability I ever see of him that has some value is the one that stuns you. It puts you into stone. Other than that, I don't think he really does anything else that is even valuable. Like every time I fought him, if I see him on the enemy team, I go, it's a free win. I'm not even kidding. When I see him on the enemy team, I just assume it's a free win. Because other than that stun, I don't think he does anything. Like I've never once fought him and have lost. I'm pretty sure every time I fought against him, I've won. Like he just doesn't do much other than that stun. And from what I've seen, it doesn't even happen that often. So it's like, now he's not D though, because Bojack, I honestly don't know what Bojack does. I've never been in the game where he's been valuable enough to see what he does. Deborah though, he's definitely had a little bit of impact. Like he's not just completely unusable, but at the same time, I'd probably rather run any other DPS besides Bojack. So Majin Buu. All right, so I might, people might get mad at me for this. I don't know. Well, then again, you know, my tier list is not gonna be perfect for everybody. I'm gonna put Buu in B. I think he has some cool things. Like for one, he heals your teammate, which I think is very, very nice. However, I feel like a lot of the times where that matters is in laning phase. And even then, I don't feel like his healing really helps you that much, because in the early laning phase, right, 90% of the time, if you're low, you're pretty much already, if you're playing smart, you should already be near your tower. Or like, I don't know. I feel like I'm never really in a situation where the healing saves me from life or death, but it is still very nice because sometimes it saves you from having to go back to your tower and heal up, especially if Zeno's on your tower. If Zeno's on your tower, that's where his healing comes into play. I also think his little thing that turns you into like goo or whatever, or maybe it's candy, is pretty good, which I'm assuming is his ult. I think he has really good support, but I don't feel like it is make or break. I don't feel like having him over some of these other characters is going to save your game. So yeah, maybe I'm tripping. I don't think Buu is all that, but is he good? Maybe. I would say if you're Buu, I don't even know. I just don't think I've really been in the game where he's been the reason that we win or lose. Now it does help. Like the healing is good. I like the healing. I like the candy thing that turns him into candy. But again, other than that, I don't really know what he does. I don't feel like he has that much. I feel like he's like these two characters. It's not that big of an impact, but maybe I'm wrong. Again, I might fix this tier list later. Android 18. Yeah, I think this is also a B. Maybe, no, I kind of want to put her in A. It's B or A. I mean, she can do damage. I've seen games where my opposing lane wins lanes because because the person playing her is killing people. She's one of those characters though, I've never really fought against her. I've really only ever had her on my team, or she's just doing shit on the enemy team. Don't feel like she's crazy. I don't think she's like, you know, best unit in the game, but I think I might slap her in A. We'll see. We're gonna leave her in B for now. No, I'm gonna put her in A. No, I'm gonna stick with my gut here. B, just because I don't feel like she does crazy amounts of stuff. At least whenever I play against her, it doesn't feel like she's doing a whole lot. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Moving on. Caulifla. Okay. I think I'm comfortable putting her in A. And the reason being, I just think her provoke, if you understand the game, if you have a good knowledge of fighting, her provoking ability, it literally stops your opponent from using abilities. I have seen games where Caulifla, I kind of want to put her in, I'm tempted to put her in, I don't know if I'll put her in S. I have seen games where Caulifla goes crazy because I remember there was one time I was playing off camera. There was a Caulifla I was playing with. I always remember this. I think it was a 2v3. It was us. I was playing Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We were up against, I know there was a Cooler, a Super Saiyan Goku, and I forget the other character. Super Saiyan Goku hadn't ulted, and I'm pretty sure he had his ult. I'm pretty sure he was saving it for when we got, because we were pushing the tower, and I think he was saving it for when we got on tower. I could you not. Caulifla, this could have been pure luck. Caulifla, I'm pretty sure goes to read when he's gonna ult. Vanishes, uses her kick to provoke him so he can't use it, and I could you not. This guy stands there. He just sits there. I'm pretty sure it's because he was trying to ult and he couldn't ult, and then gets one shot because I Kamehameha'd him. I'm pretty sure she just read him perfectly, got that kill. I mean, Cooler ended up getting his ult out, but it didn't matter. We actually 2v3'd and won the game. Maybe that might have been on camera actually. No, I think it was off, but I just remember that and I'm like, dude, in the right hands, I feel like this character, like, I feel like if you have a really good knowledge of the really good game sense, I feel like she can be really good. Although she is a bit of a skill-based character, you do have to hit her abilities because it takes time, which is why I don't want to put her in S, is because I feel like there is a lot of skill involved with this character, and I feel like in the wrong hands, she can actually be complete shit. Cooler. I think this is an S. I think this is an S. Maybe Z. No, I think Goku. I'm gonna keep him in S for now. I think Cooler is really, really good. This guy, like, he's probably, I think he's the best tank in the game. This guy's like Super Saiyan Goku's. Oh my goodness. It can grind my gears sometimes, but when it's on my team, oh, I'm so happy because it is so fat. Now, the reason why I don't want to put him in Z, I do feel like this character takes some skill. The reason being, when you use a skill, you have a brief period of invincibility. It is so small though. If you understand the game and you time your abilities, you can literally live like huge attacks like this. I think this guy takes a lot. I think he takes some skill. I don't think you need to be like, you know, I don't think you have to be like the best player in the world to play him. But I do think that he requires having a brain. Super Saiyan Goku, bro, I picked him up and I was just one-shotting people left and right. I read his kit once and I was just, that's all you need to do. Cooler though, it's kind of like Khalifa, where you kind of have to understand the game. You have to understand your opponent's abilities. You have to understand what you're looking for. Maybe time a dodge. Like, I do think there's some skill with this character, but he's just very good outside of that. Like, the fact that he's a tank means he has that extra health bar. I mean, he does damage. Like, he tanks. Like, this guy, very, very good unit. Very, very good. I don't really know what else to say. He's really good. Gohan. Oh, okay. I might also get. Oh man, I feel like I might also get shit for this. He's either A or S for me. And the reason why I'm contemplating putting, I think I'm going to keep him in A for now. I might move him up later. The reason why I'm tempted to put him in S is because Gohan has, again, this whole tier list is from experience. Whenever I fight a Gohan that knows what they're doing, I have played Super Saiyan 3 Goku and I will try to dash away with my stuff or dash in and then back out. I have had Gohans that I literally die from that because Gohan times his stuns perfectly. I get stunned and I lose and I die. Gohan in the right hands is like Frieza, is like Krillin. He's so annoying. That is mostly what technical characters are. They're meant to be annoying in some way. I'm so tempted to put him in S, but I'm not totally sure. I'll think about it later, but he's really good. I do feel like he's a very good character just because he has so much impact in team fights specifically. Now, he's not very good with taking objectives, right? That's not what he's built for. He's built for, I believe him to be a really good supporting character in a team fight. Like Krillin, I feel like he's a good support in the sense where he tickles you down. Frieza is just super mobile and annoying. Gohan just stuns you and it's pretty good. He's pretty good. Trunks. Okay. Trunks, I think I'm gonna put an A. And I actually do feel like this character has potential to be an S, but the reason why I'm putting him in A is because he requires skill. I think you have to understand this character, especially since his HP is so bad early game. You have to be smart. You have to play smart. You can't monkey mode like Goku and win. You can't monkey mode like Clue. Well, Clue you can't monkey mode, but you can't play, oops, what the hell, didn't mean to do that. You can't play Trunks like you would Goku. Like, you have to have some brains. Like, I'm sure you guys have experienced this. Trunks, from my experience, is the character in this game. When you play Gekishin Squadra, if you have a Trunks on your team, you freak out. You wanna know why? Because the player playing him, if they're bad, this guy is like C or B. Like, he's actually horrible. If the player is really good, he's S, sometimes even Z. However, 90% of games, that doesn't happen. Where it's usually not, he's not the best player in the game or the worst player in the lobby. Usually, from my experience, I mean, I would say on average with my experience, he tends to be B in terms of like how viable he actually is depending on the player. But because he has the skill ceiling to be great, I think A is a fitting placement for him. It just takes skill. You have to be careful with him. All right, Vegeta. I think Vegeta. See this? Okay, I'm gonna put him in A. I think Vegeta is good. I think he's better than a lot of the other tanks. Like, I think he's better than Zamasu. We'll get to Cell eventually, but I think he's good because he supports his Photon Bomber skill, right? I think it's really good because his Photon Bomber skill allows for other characters to, like, how do I explain this? let's say I'm playing Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and I have my dash ability where I can, you know, I dash to a distance and I do a little strike from above. If Vegeta photon bombers, it drags people in and they can't leave as fast, which makes it a lot easier for me to hit my skills. Goku can hit his Kamehameha or Meteor Smash better. Piccolo can hit his Beam Ken better. His photon bomber skill, I feel like is very, very good. Like I would honestly say it is one of the best skills in the game. So good. It just allows for characters to be so much better. Like he pops off. Now, his consecutive blast skill, nothing crazy. It's damage dealing skill. That's it. His skill where he pushes people away, I actually think that skill can be really good in the right hands, but I don't feel like a lot of the time you're getting value out of it because it's kind of hard to use. And then his ult, you know, it's just a ginormous bomb. I just think his photon bomber skill is so good that I'm comfortable putting him in A because it allows for other characters to it just allows for them to do things that you didn't even know the characters could do, or to hit a skill you would have normally missed. I just think his photon bomber skill alone is reason to put him in A. If it didn't drag people in, oh my gosh, this guy's like B or C, but I love what it does. He's solid. Mini Goku. I think I gotta put him in B. When I first started playing this game, I thought he was really good. Like, when I first started playing, I thought he was S. I'm not even kidding. But now that I'm in the higher ranks and I'm seeing what characters tend to do better, he's just not great. And I honestly think it's because he doesn't do enough damage. I think he has a lot of utility, which is nice. I just don't, I feel like outside of his ult, he's not dealing damage. You're really not. Like, if you ult, oh my God, you're like two-tapping people. But when you're not ulting, your damage sucks. It's piss. Now, I'm sure they were scared because of his power pole ability where he can literally have the range. He can have better range than Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who has a range skill, or 17, who has a range skill. I feel like I just don't feel like he does enough damage. I think he needs to do a little bit more. I like his utility. I like what he can do. I just think he needs a bit of a buff. If you up his damage, easy A, maybe even S. But for now, I think I have to slap him in B. He just doesn't do enough. Cell. Oh God. Okay, see, this one's hard. This one's hard. A lot of people like Cell. A lot of people think Cell's really good. I'm one of those people that don't think he's insane. I don't want to put him in B though. I don't feel comfortable putting him in B. I'm gonna put him in A. I mean, I don't know, but him and I don't know. I don't feel like I can put him. I feel like him and Zamasu are kind of the same. Oh God, I don't know. I'm gonna leave him in A for now. Maybe I'll kick him out later. I don't know. The reason being, he heals a lot, which is nice. His ult, very strong. Oh my goodness, his ult is so strong. If you time it right, you can lock someone in if they don't get away. Like, dude, in theory, if you could pair him with Vegeta, if Vegeta photon bombers and he ults, you're not getting out of that. I know you can't do that, but the point being, like, if you can trap someone in your ult, your teammates can help you, the enemy team can't. I think his ult is so good. I think his little bomb skill, very good, has a giant area of effects. I think he's solid. I don't feel like he's crazy. Like, this is why I'm saying I don't know if I can put him above Zamasu, but like, maybe I'll swap him and Zamasu. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave him. Dude, I don't know. Okay, we'll come back to that. But Cell, I don't feel like I don't feel like he's insane. I feel like a lot of the games I play in, Cell is not doing much, but I don't know. We'll see. 17, I think I'm gonna put him in A. I think 17's a comfortable A. And the reason being, for me, his shielding ability can save you. And at the same time, if the player playing him sucks, then he's like B or C. But, and I actually, a lot of times I've had him on my team, he ends up being B or C. But for this guy, I'm basing it off of the enemy team. I have had a lot of 17s that I have to fight that they know what they're doing. For some reason, the enemy 17 shields at the perfect time, saves his characters from dying. He shields them, boom, they get away, and I don't get kills. Dude, he can save you. This guy, like, his shielding ability, I think, is he the only character in the game that does that? I think he is. His shielding ability is good. Dude, do not overlook his shielding ability, bro. I feel like it has saved so many people from living or from dying. Like, in the right hands, this guy is insane. Now, a lot of the times, players that use him are trash. Don't know why. Next up, we've got hits. This is gonna be a bit controversial. I'm gonna put him in B. And the reason being, this guy is so insanely player dependent, it hurts. In the wrong hands, this guy is literally, like, I would argue that he's D tier. If you do not know how to play this character, if you lock him in, not knowing what you're doing, this guy is such an easy D character in my opinion. But at the same time, in the right hands, I don't think he's ever Z, but this guy could be S in the right hands. But the fact that so many times I have fought hits and I have hits on my team that end up throwing the game because they don't know what they're doing, I cannot put him any higher than B. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know why. But hit players just end up being the best player in the lobby or the worst. So for that reason, I don't feel like I can put him in A. Like, I feel like this character can be S because there have been times where the enemy hit wins the game for them because he sneaks around, goes to the tower, one-shots it, bam, we lose the game. Like they have won games, but at the same time they've also lost. They've lost me the game. They've lost the enemy team the game. Like, I just cannot, because he is so contradictory in terms of like how good he can be depending on the player. I cannot put him any higher than B. Like, he takes so much skill to play that I can't put him higher than B. I just cannot. I can't see him being higher than that. Next up, Gamma 1 and 2. Oh man, when I first started this game, I low-key thought they were like S or Z, but now that I've gotten higher in rank, I think they're actually B. I'm gonna be so dead ass. I think they're actually B, and that's just my personal opinion. I don't feel like they're that good. I think, especially if you lose one of the Gammas, you have to recall. That recall takes so much time, or you just die. Or actually, I think if you ult, you also get them back. But I don't know, man. I love the Gammas, but a lot of their skills also take time to use. Like, especially the right click with Gamma 2. It takes time to use, which a lot of the times, I've learned fights don't last that long. Like, a lot of times you're getting bursted down, and you don't even have time to finish using the skill. Like, when they ult, they're pretty powerful, but when they're not in ult, like, they're actually pretty weak. And again, especially if you lose one of the Gammas, you are cooked. So unfortunately, I don't think they're that good. I have to put them in B. I mean, now that I'm in the high ranks, I don't see them being insane. Kale. Ooh, Kale. Okay. Kale is one of those characters I really want to put in S, but I don't think I can. I think I would put her in A. Oh, well, I'm going to say this later too, because I know most of you are probably not hearing this. This tier list is not ordered. This is not an ordered tier list. I probably only will order S and Z. Well, Z, we'll see, but I think I'm not going to order A, B, or C, or D. I'm just going to leave these as is. Like, it's just a tier list. I don't feel like I can order, especially since there's different roles. If there wasn't different roles, maybe I could order it, but it's kind of hard to order. So it's just going to be just the tiers. That's all that matters. Anyway, sorry, with Kale, dude, she in the right hand is pretty strong. Well, I've said that for a lot of characters. I actually don't feel like it takes that much skill to play her. From what I've seen, I don't feel like she takes a lot of skill. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be tripping. But when I fight against her, like, even Kales that seem like they don't know what they're doing, they still end up like breaking me down for like over half my HP when they're leveled down. She does a lot of damage. Also, I'm pretty sure her ult gives her a massive heal. Like, I don't want to underrate this character. She seems very, very good. I've never played her. I don't really fight her that much, but when I do fight her, like, there have been times where Kale carries games. Like, I feel like she is solid as a DPS. Is she the best DPS in the game? No, probably no. I don't think so. Is she horrible though? No, I don't think she's horrible. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We're gonna put him in S. I want to put him in Z, but I'm not gonna put him in S just because his instant transition. If you're not paying attention or if you don't use it properly, you're kind of throwing. Well, maybe not throwing, but you're not getting his full value. Instant transmission can literally save your team from teamfights or save objectives. It is such a strong ability, and his Kamehameha too, very strong. I think his ult is a little lackluster, which is a good thing. If he had a strong ult, then this character would be easy S, but I feel like his ult is not great. I mean, yes, it's good, obviously, but it actually does take skill to hit because it is very dodgeable, especially if you're expecting it, and it's slow. If you're casting from far away, it's very easy to dodge. Like, I'm not saying it's bad though. Like, don't take the words out of my mouth and say that his ult is bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I think it's okay, which again is a good thing. I think his skill 2 is pretty good. It allows him to dash in and he can dash out if he wants to, or he can use it as like a gap close. I think overall his character, very, very strong. The only reason why I'm not putting him in Z is because he takes some skill to use. Like, if you know what to do with instant transition, boom. All right, great, he's S or he's Z. If you don't know what you're doing, probably A. But I feel like you can pick up this character you could have never played this character before. Pick him up and you'll do fine just because he's naturally a very, very strong character. Now, Topo and Gotenks aren't even out. I don't even know why they're on this list, but I think I'm gonna rearrange this list real quick, and then I will give my final thoughts. I think this is the rough draft. Let me fix it. All right, gamers, the tier list has been reworked. These are my final thoughts on the characters. I did some off screen. I did do a little bit of digging around because I wanted to see other opinions before I just dove in deep here. I think I'm comfortable with this list. So now that we're at the end, I'm just gonna go over each tier and just go over like why did I place a character in this tier. So let's start with D, and we're gonna work our way up. So D, well, D is kind of, I'm gonna be honest, D is like, this is all from a competitive standpoint. If you're trying to climb, D is like, I would never fucking touch this character. I would recommend that if there is a character, if you see this character on your team, dodge, quit the game, leave. Don't play this game out. You're going to lose. Like, this is like, you are going to lose this game. Now, I think if it's on the other team, oh my God, free win. Like, you're going to win this game. So D is like, yeah, basically unusable. Do not use this character. C, I think C is, there might be a redeeming quality of this character. There might be something they can give to the team, but overall, I wouldn't recommend running these characters. I don't think you should like quit the game if you see this on your team. Like, they can still do something, but overall, if you're picking this character, you're probably going to lose some games just because whether it's skill, whether it's they just don't do that much. I just think they don't do that much. I just would not recommend playing these characters. But if you're just having oh, by the way, if you're just here to have a good time, bro, play whoever you want, bro. Do not listen to me. If you just want to have fun, don't listen to tier list, bro. Just play who you want. Just have fun. That is ultimately what matters. But from a competitive standpoint, yeah, don't use these characters. Please, if you're on my team, I'm going to lose my mind. All right, anyways, so that's C tier. Like, I would say, I'm not gonna freak out. Like, I'm probably gonna groan and go, oh God. But like, is it the end of the world? No. B tier, I would say, okay, well, you know, if the guy playing them is great, then by all means. But like, these characters, they have some things about them that are good, but for the most part, like, you're probably not gonna do very well just because of the characters themselves. Like, I think these are just characters that with like a buff or two could probably become some of the best characters in the game, but as it is, they're kind of weak. Like, they're not C or D weak, but they're not A strong, and so it's like, it's kind of this middle ground where it's like, I just think these characters need to be buffed if you want them to be good. I think these are characters that are not broken, they're not overpowered. If you nerf them, they're going to be borderline unusable. If you buff them, they're probably really good. Like, again, it's just this weird middle ground where if they're in the game, like, it's, you know, it's not a horrible thing. Like, it's not like you should go, all right, I'm alta-4ing. Like, no, you can make magic happen, but that's the keyword there, magic. So, A tier. A tier. So this is where we start to get into, like, these are characters I would be okay with being on my team because it can depend on the situation. It can depend on the player. A tier, if I see this character on my team, I'm not really worried in the sense where it's like, oh, we just lost the game. Like, a lot of these A tier characters, if the player is good, the character is also good. Like, for example, Hit. I ended up moving Hit up from B because I just feel like in the right hands, he's just one of the best characters in the game. It's hard to just forget about that fact that he's really, really good. Krillin, like, I was so tempted to move him up to S, but I did not. I feel like I'm comfortable putting him in A just because although he is very annoying. Okay, sorry, I already went over why I put these characters here, but the point being, A tier. These characters, I definitely take, I think they take brain to use. They take a brain to use. They can be really good. They can carry your team. It might be a little bit harder than some of the S and Z characters, but A, you know, you're picking a good character. You are setting yourself up for success if you are picking a character in A. Now, I definitely think there are situations where maybe you shouldn't pick A. Like, if your whole team is like B and C tier characters or even D, you probably should pick just a generally like an even better character to carry your team. I don't feel like A ranked characters will carry your games 100% of the time, but they can put in a lot of work. Cooler. S tier. All right, S tier. This is characters that I feel like if they're on my team, I am happy. I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna win. Like, this is actually, theoretically, you could almost have a full team here. I mean, if you have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, Cooler or Caulifla and Gohan, bro, you basically just won the game. I'm being so real. Gohan just stuns so much. Oh, actually, I am gonna order S. Actually, I'm low-key fine with this order. Low-key, I'm just gonna keep this order. I actually think this is fine. I actually think this is a fine order for S rank. Literally left to right, left being the best, right being the worst. Although it's hard to order them because it is a role-based game. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. But S tier characters, like, bro, if you have an S tier character on your team, okay, you are in a good spot. Like, these characters are just good. They might get nerfed. I think S tier is where you start to characters, they might get nerfed. They might end up going down just because the developers might see them as too strong. Their win rates might be super high. So this is danger zone, might get nerfed. Now Z, I only put Super Saiyan Goku here because I just feel like he's the best. I actually feel like he's the best character in the game. He's so good. You don't need a brain to play this guy. You can pick him up and you can be good at him. I don't think his kit is not that complicated. He's super basic. He's super good. Like yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. So this is my final tier list. And actually, let me know in the comments. Do you agree with this? Do you think it's bad? Let me know. Blast me in the comments if you want to. Tell me if you disagree. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I'm sure a lot of you are probably going to disagree, right? Not every tier list is going to be perfect. There's going to be tier lists that are wrong because it's all subjective. It depends on the person that is making the tier list. It depends on the person viewing the tier list. There are so many factors that go into these. So let me know in the comments. Let me know. Do you agree? Disagree? What would you change? Let me know.